Welcome to the June 2009 City Focus. On this edition, General Plan Update, Emergency Management Info, Adult Summer Reading Program, and Keeping Our Parks Natural and Saving Money. These stories and more on City Focus.
Every 10 years, the City of Round Rock updates its general plan, the document that guides land development in our community. Our planning department is holding a series of public meetings over the summer to get your input into how Round Rock should grow in the future.
Round Rock's transition from a successful suburb to a mid-sized city presents major challenges to our quality of life and business environment, as well as to the ways people move about the city and to the types and numbers of places where we can do business or just have fun. The last comprehensive update of the general plan occurred in 1999, and much has changed in Round Rock since then.
The city has changed from a little over 50,000 people to, when you include the entire ETJ, we're at 130,000 people. We are a totally different city than we were before, and so we need to upgrade the general plan to identify where we need to go over the next 10 years, and we desperately need input from the public so we can express their values and their goals.
Public input on this version of the general plan, dubbed Round Rock 2020 Places and Spaces, began with a pair of kickoff meetings in May. They were well attended, and folks were eager to offer their ideas.
Some of them really wanted to look at alternative methods of transportation other than just the automobile. Others wanted to really protect the areas along the creeks because they know there's no more of it being made.
At the next meeting, we'll be looking for input on how the city's character should be shaped over the next decade.
We've heard a lot about the arts lacking. We'll talk about how we can best use our floodplains and creek areas for the dual purpose of stormwater detention and possibly parks, and how our major transportation routes look, and are there things that we can do to improve the looks of these corridors.
So come join us on June 30th and July 15th for our next general plan meetings. Or you can check out the blog at roundrocktexas.gov/cc.
Community Conversations is a place to offer input on some of the projects and events taking place in the city of Round Rock. Today we're going to walk through how you can sign up for an account and comment on one of our blog posts. To get to Community Conversations from the homepage, click on Blogs at the top of the page or surf directly to roundrocktexas.gov/cc. Here you will see the latest blog postings. To comment on a post, you will need to create an account by clicking Join on the top right of the page. We require that users register and supply their name, street address, and email address in order to post comments. We also ask that you read and accept our Terms of Use document to ensure the integrity of our online community. After you register and create a username, a temporary password is automatically emailed to you with a link to log in. Once you log in, you should change your password to something you can easily remember. Do this by clicking on Edit Profile, then on the Password and Statistics tab. Here you can change your password. Once registered and signed in, commenting is a breeze. All you have to do is click on a post and scroll down to the comment box. Because you're logged in, all you have to do is type in your comments and click Submit. All comments will be moderated before being published to the site, and depending on when the comment is submitted, the moderation process may take some time. We look forward to hearing your input on one of our many blogs on Community Conversations at roundrocktexas.gov/cc.
We all know that the Round Rock Public Library has an excellent summer reading program for children and teens, but did you know they have a great program for adults as well?
From June 10th through August the 10th, adults 18 and up with a Round Rock Public Library card can participate in our Explorer program. The Challenging program, supported by the Friends of the Round Rock Public Library, is new for 2009. Participants choose 4 of 6 activities to complete a reading log. Activities include reading fiction, nonfiction, listening to CDs or audiobooks, using the library's databases, or choosing books about local or Texas history, or exploring the world around them.
We're absolutely excited about the Adult Summer Reader program this year. We're trying some things that we've never done before. It's going to be the Explorer program. The theme is Deep in the Heart of Texas, and so it's a lot more in-depth reading that adults can get into. We're really excited to see how this develops, see how folks can get into it. Try a bunch of different genres that maybe you haven't read before.
In addition to the pleasure of reading and using libraries, an added bonus is the more reading logs a patron completes, the better their chances are to win. Prizes include gift certificates from area stores and businesses, such as bookstores, restaurants, spas, local events, free passes to museums, and concerts, as well as gift baskets and books. So come pick up your reading log at the library today so you can join our Explorer program and be entered to win some cool prizes. Happy reading!
Summer water conservation rates are in effect, and this month you'll be receiving a redesigned utility bill. Christy Justice has the details on the changes that were made.
Last month, we talked about summer water conservation rates. So this month, we would like to cover how those changes will be reflected on your utility bill.
The most obvious new feature is the water consumption graph. This graph illustrates the water use at your location for the past 13 months. This should be a good tool for you to gauge seasonal changes in how much water you use. It is also important to note that the bill now has 2 sides. The back side contains detailed information on the water, wastewater, and solid waste charges from the front side. Note that during water conservation months, there may be multiple line items in the water service section for your consumption charge if you exceed 18,000 gallons.
Goal for the redesign is to help our customers better understand their water bill. We feel this new format should help people be more aware of their water consumption.
Remember that you can go to roundrocktexas.gov/mybill and enter your total consumption in gallons to see the change in your bill during conservation rate months and how your usage stacks up against average residential water use in the summer.
We hope these changes will help you better understand how you are using water at your home or business. That way, you can plan for ways to conserve a precious resource and save money.
The Parks and Recreation Department has a new mowing schedule to help meet residents' desires to have natural open areas.
The Parks and Recreation Department has identified 136 acres of parkland to be kept as nature areas. Not having to frequently mow these areas is expected to save the city $85,000.
The new mowing schedule is a cost-effective technique that provides wildflower areas for residents in addition to using staff time wisely. The new schedule allows park maintenance to keep up with mowing demands and allow them to focus on other park priorities. The new nature areas will provide a balance between manicured and natural areas in Round Rock and allow for wildflowers and grass growth in addition to fostering wildlife habitats for birds and small animals.
The new mowing schedule is one way that your city is going green and reducing costs. Now go check out the beautiful nature areas in our parks.
Whether it's flu scares, flooding, or even a bad wreck on I-35, emergencies can happen at any time. Shannon McIntyre tells us what Round Rock is doing to be prepared.
Last year, the City of Round Rock hired a full-time emergency management coordinator to head emergency planning efforts.
Emergency planning and response is not new to the City of Round Rock. The city has been excellent in response to emergencies for many years. The actual planning process has been shared by multiple departments within the city during this time, and the opportunity that we now have is to have that coordination centralized in one office.
The Office of Emergency Management makes sure that first responders have the resources they need to do their job. One of those resources is the Cutting Edge Emergency Operations Center that opened a year ago.
This is the City of Round Rock's EOC, and it provides the space and the equipment. You see a lot of modern equipment around for representatives from the various responding organizations. The scalability of the EOC adapts perfectly, and depending on the event, you'll see different agencies or departments within this room.
Emergencies are a part of life, and the city works hard to be prepared to handle them.
The hot weather is here. Summertime comes with a lot of fun, but it also comes with a bit of danger. Mackenzie Kelly has some tips on how you can enjoy the hot weather and keep yourself and your family safe.
The most obvious summer dangers are heat stress and heat stroke, both of which can be prevented with a little bit of effort.
To avoid getting yourself in a dangerous situation, follow these tips. Remember to wear lightweight, light-colored, loose-fitting clothes. Protect yourself with a hat or umbrella if you'll be outside for a long period of time. Make sure you use sunscreen with an SPF factor of 15 or more to avoid getting burned. The most important way you can prevent heat-related ailments is to stay hydrated. Always drink plenty of water before an outdoor activity, and drink non-caffeinated, non-alcoholic fluids every 15 to 20 minutes, even if you do not feel thirsty.
To avoid heat stress this summer, we recommend that parents remind and encourage their children to take plenty of breaks and drink plenty of water during the day. Children are so involved with playing that they forget to take a break, and they continue to play until they're thirsty. Once they're thirsty, they're already 30% dehydrated. If you see signs of dehydration, such as they've stopped sweating, or they're passing out, they're dizzy, you want to definitely call 911 and get them to a hospital. Less severe signs are going to be cramping and thirst and nausea. You definitely want to make sure they take a break and get hydrated and seek medical treatment if it persists or it gets worse.
With a little bit of effort and preparation, you and your family can safely enjoy the Central Texas summer. Now go out and have some fun in the sports capital of Texas.
A major Round Rock and Williamson County road project got back on track this spring when the Texas Transportation Commission allocated $10 million of federal stimulus funds toward the expansion of A.W. Grimes Boulevard.
The widening of A.W. Grimes Boulevard, also known as FM 1460, was originally scheduled to be completed last year when Seton opened its new hospital here in northeast Round Rock. State budget shortfalls were to blame, but area legislators went to work in March to secure stimulus funds for the much-needed improvements.
This was a project, obviously, that was very critical to the city, and we got into a little bit of a pinch because of funds taken away, funds added, funds taken away. And so our local delegation, we owe a huge thank you to our local delegation. Senator Watson, chairman of Campo, he really came through for us. Representative Maldonado, she was there in a big way when we needed her. And then also our own Congressman Carter, he really went to bat for us. And because of all the hard work that they put in, the project's going through, and it'll be a huge success for the city of Round Rock.
Construction on Phase 1 of the widening, from just north of US 79 to Old Settlers Boulevard, is scheduled to begin in late July. Phase 2, from Old Settlers to University Boulevard, should be under construction this fall. Each phase should take around 18 months to complete. In addition to the federal funds, the City of Round Rock, Williamson County, and private developers are paying for the project. When completed, the improved roadway will make it much safer and quicker to get to our growing educational and medical corridor, where the Texas A&M Medical School, Texas State Nursing School, and Austin Community College campus are all under construction.
This program brought to you with support from the Round Rock Leader. Visit us on the web at rrleader.com.